What is going on, everyone? Happy Thanksgiving to you all, and welcome to the Thanksgiving edition of Thirsty Thursday. Got a little guest here with us tonight. You all recognize this guy. So I just wanted to let you all know that I hope you enjoyed your turkey and your ham or whatever you had for Thanksgiving. Hopefully you got your power nap in. Watched Detroit barely squeaked by the Chicago Bears thanks to a coaching error, as far as I'm concerned, at the end of the game. But I am thankful tonight for all of you being here on Thanksgiving. I had some people emailing me and questioning me if we were even going to do it tonight, since it's obviously a holiday. But I decided to go ahead and do it, thinking probably won't have much participation. But for those of you who are joining us, I am thankful tonight for you. So cheers to that. As you can see, we are partaking in old fashions tonight. Valerie has started us a little early, so we are kind of primed a little bit here, hoping we can get through this civilly. But we got a little bit of a head start on the bourbon tonight, so just fair warning. So, Chaz, welcome back to the live stream.
Thank you for having me.
What's it been? 4 months since you've been here?
Yeah.
See who all is in here. I see Timon was the first comment, but I don't know if he's here yet. Logger Jason, how you doing tonight? Wow, we got a lot of comments already here. Circle B, Daniel Adkins, first generation farmer. Larry and Robin are here. Good evening to you and happy Thanksgiving. Jeffrey, a little, says happy Thanksgiving as well. Timon is here. Cowboy Joy Firewood and the Rough Cuts, of course, are here. Symington Seasonal Services, welcome, and Donald Slade is here. Goodness, we got a good group in here already. There's Heath, happy Thanksgiving. Marlon, the Wise Choice Firewood. Our buddy Jack from Log Cabin is in here. Joe Gilbert is here.
Joe,
are you back from West Virginia?
I bet you didn't put a roof on that thing. I heard that you guys were down there putting a roof on that cabin.
They weren't hunting.
I bet they were putting a roof on, but I don't think Joe was putting a roof on.
Shots fired already there, Joe. Richard Titcomb. And if you got a question tonight while I'm scrolling through these comments, I'm just trying to catch up, calling it, giving everybody some shout outs so I can start fresh when we get into this. So just scrolling through. If you got a question, please put a Q in it to grab my attention. Put a big capital Q at the beginning of your comment so I know it to kind of grab it out.
Hi, Joe Gilbert. Oh, no.
Chaz has bourbon. Chaz is keeping up with me so far tonight. He's a little red in the face. I might be a little red in the face.
You're red in the face.
Goodness gracious.
That's a reflection shining onto my face.
We started a little too early, maybe, Chaz. We had planned on eating, taking a little nap, having a drink, and then doing the live stream, but we never took our nap. We ended up playing some games inside with the wives and the kids, some card games, and it was a good time.
Yeah, we're happy they're not on this live stream. They're pretty hard.
Yeah, they were pretty hard on us tonight. Greg Waters is in here. Happy Thanksgiving to you, my friend. Good to see you here. Yes, Tie Man is always first.
Back River Firewood back.
Back River Firewood is here. Yeah, Tie Man, who's ready for Saturday? The Bucks versus Michigan. I don't know if Joe's in here yet, but that's going to be a good game to watch. Logger Jason, got my package this week. Awesome. I'm glad it arrived to you safely. Everything that I had to send out should have been delivered by now. So if you were expecting, there's Joe right there. Go blue. If you were expecting a package from me based on last month's live stream, you should have received it. I think everybody has gotten their package.
Hard-working man.
And Joe supervised us from the ground, he said.
Yeah. Bruce is up there on the roof putting shingles on, huh?
I might have to get my glasses on. I don't know if it's the booze or what, but I'm having trouble seeing.
It's the booze because I usually can see that a little better as well, you know.
Shive is in here. What's up, Shive?
Shive.
Did you see the?
Shive. Come on over Saturday morning. I got a deer stand for you.
Let me show you what I'll show everybody too, but let me just show you what they did.
Come on over, Shive. I got a free place to stay and a deer stand. Opening day of rifle. Bring your rifle.
I got to find this picture. In West Virginia, Shive just went to his camp.
Operation Gut Pile. Brown is down.
If it's brown, it's down. Operation Gut Pile. I know there's a glare on there. Sorry about that. But you can see all those deer carcasses hanging there. Shive had a successful trip to West Virginia. Plenty of meat in the freezer, my man. So we've been Chaz and I hunt the same farm. And we've been seeing some really nice deer.
Yeah.
I
gave him buck. He finally got buck fever.
Well, I had a huge deer in my crossbow scope the other night. But he just didn't present the right shot. He was either facing me or quartering to me. And with the crossbow, I just wasn't comfortable taking a shot that.
I got a picture of it.
I'm sure you do. I just wasn't comfortable taking that shot. But I've seen that deer 3 times now. And we've been waiting and waiting and waiting. We've let some smaller bucks pass through. We've let a lot of does pass through. But Saturday morning, gun season opens here in Maryland, and he's calling it Operation Gut Pile. So if it's brown, it's down.
Not the small ones.
Not the little ones, of course, but that's what's going on with us. Back River Firewood.
I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yeah, let me hold it up there for him.
That's Brad's encounter. I don't know if that helps.
There you go.
Pictures don't do that deer justice.
Yeah, that was what I had in my sights.
We'll do it again.
Yeah, that's a nice deer. All right, we got some serious talk here. Just had a heart attack weeks ago. All my saws got stolen, and I had a bad tornado a few months back in Rogers, Kansas. So I have to start from scratch. Goodness gracious, Back River Firewood. Man, that's tough. I hope that
We'll
whoever
have a fundraiser for him.
I hope whoever stole your saws gets found. My first inkling would be to start letting people know, put it on social media, ask around. Somebody's probably trying to sell some saws pretty cheap out of the trunk of their car, or check with the pawn shops. Now, let me give you some advice based on my law enforcement experience about checking with pawn shops. When you go into a pawn shop looking for something that you've had stolen, not just for him, but for any of you, if you see something in there for sale that is your stolen item,
don't tell them.
Don't tell them. Don't say a word. You call the police, have them go in and confiscate it, because if you tell them that that's yours and it was stolen, that thing will be gone before the police show up. They will pull it off the shelves because that's a loss for them. They now become a victim as well. Just don't even let them know. You have to let law enforcement go in, and they will retrieve that item. So check with your pawn shops, but if you find something, do not say anything. I'm rambling a little bit here tonight. My ears are hot. But I'm sorry to hear that. That really stinks. I wish you the best, and I hope they figure it all out for you. James is asking how the hunting's going. We kind of just covered that, so we're catching up on the chat here.
I have one open deer stand for Saturday morning if anybody wants to come out.
One open deer stand.
And you never go there and not see something.
Yeah, you gotta be up early and be in the stand before first light, though. Super Kids Rockstar Vids. What is up? The HUD man is in the house. Hudson, how you doing? Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Tell Noah, tell your mom, tell your dad, and everybody I said hello. Great to see you. I have not seen your latest video, but I will certainly check it out. Normally I get notifications when you post, but I didn't see anything come through, so I will definitely check that out there, buddy. Good to see you here. Bruce didn't do anything but cook, Joe said. Brady will be in the stand with me. We went to Cabela's a couple weeks ago, and we bought the last 3 buddy stands that they had. We were hoping to get a couple more, but they only had 3 left, and we grabbed them. So Brady will be in the stand with me, and he will be the trigger man. So hoping we can find him. Well, he's been in the stand with me, but we've been waiting. So I would imagine at some point Saturday, Brady's going to have his first deer. First generation farmer said he's got 3,000 acres of private property with 150s all over it.
Well, when we go, where's it at?
Chaz wants an invite. Chaz, it's not out of Chaz's realm to pack a bag and go across the country to go hunting. So if you extend the invite, it's possible we may show up. Miller Stumps and Firewood has had a really good deer season so far, so that's awesome. Jack says he takes deer meat donations. He'll pay the butcher fees. Well, if we start knocking them down, Jack, we might send one your way. I need 2 for my freezer.
I need 1, and 1 for jerky and bologna. And then, I mean, if we shot every deer, every time we could kill a deer every time we go.
Yeah, but I think the reason we see so many deer is because we don't shoot every deer we see.
Exactly.
Yeah,
we can see through the woods. There's these other guys on the other side.
They shoot everything that moves.
Shoot everything, and
they all come
we
up.
got all the deer
Yep.
on our side. They're driving around.
So I used to be that. When I was younger, I didn't have quality land to hunt, and I had small pieces of property. So if I saw a deer, I shot a deer. So I kind of get that. And some people just worried about meat. But if you sit and wait, it's pretty cool what you can watch in the woods. Hey, first super chat of the night. Somebody's trying to make us keep drinking here. From Martin L. Brad, it's great to see you, buddy. It's great to see you too. Cheers. Appreciate that. Val's going to have to give us a refill sooner. I thought we were going to get through the whole live stream on this.
Well, I guess maybe I won't sip this.
You might have to run in and tell her that we need a refill at some point. Nick, you are absolutely correct about that. The mature does and the big bucks are definitely wise. But I can honestly say that over the past month or so that we've been in the woods, pretty frequently, we've hunted a good bit. I have not been busted yet. The deer have been there. One night I was covered up with deer after dark, and he came out of the woods and was waiting for me to come out, and I never came out.
Well, I knew after about 3 or 4 minutes being there, I knew the problem.
He said either I was in trouble or I was covered up with deer. So he came back in the woods, drove down through the horse trail with his lights on his truck. And, it was funny because as I was sitting there and I saw him coming down the logging trail, I thought to myself, I wonder what these deer are going to do. Are they going to spook and freak out and run? But they didn't. They just they looked up and saw the lights, and they slowly just walked down back into the brush. And then I was able to get out of the stand. So,
talk about last night, you being in a stand and all the deer on the trail cam.
Yeah, we got cell phone trail cameras up, and I had one spike on my bait pile right at dark, and he wasn't hunting, but he was sending me pictures of all the deer at his stand.
Had nice buck.
He was kind of rubbing it in a little bit, I think. I don't know.
All he had to do was get down, walk 150, 200 yards.
Yeah.
Then it came out. He could have fed him out.
Log Hauler, how are you doing tonight? Good to see you. Appreciate you stopping by here on Thanksgiving. We got 78 people in here. I figured it was going to be down just a little bit, being it's the holiday, but we got a lot to get to tonight. I hope you all stick around. Some announcements and some topics that I kind of want some feedback on, which we're going to get to here shortly. The hunting conversation kind of took off right from the get-go. Hardworking Man says the two-man ladder stands are a pain to put up.
We just did it.
Well, if you got enough guys there. By yourself, yes, they are a pain to put up.
It's a 3-man operation.
Yeah, you got to have somebody to foot the ladder and 2 guys to walk it up.
Well, you got to have a handyman. Just lay the boxes out and say, "Here, put these together. And let us know when it's done. And we'll go put them up."
Yeah.
I didn't have time. So.
When you're a business owner and you got guys that work for you and you can drop off three ladder stands in boxes and say, your work today is to put our stands together, and you come home and they're done. That makes things nice. First generation farmer says, how much do you want to pay to go hunt on his 1,500 acres or whatever he had?
Listen, I only need 100 yards of. So how much you going to charge me for the prime 100 yards?
He needs 100 yards in a square, and he'll sit right in the middle of it. Nick, this is a great topic. We actually talked about this for his bachelor party. Helicopter hog hunts. He wants to know if we've ever thought about that. Yes, we have. We looked into it, and man, it was crazy expensive. I mean, crazy expensive. When we looked up there for his bachelor party, we were going to book it, and it was actually absolutely
$12,000.
$12,000, I think, to book it for 4 guys. Was it, Chaz?
I don't know. You guys were looking into it, so, and then they talked to me about it. I'm like, absolutely not.
Yeah, $12,000 is a little ridiculous, but it is what it is. I would like to do it though. If we could find a deal on that, that would be.
You might have to take talk to it.
Oh my goodness! Look at this super chat from Joe's Firewood videos. Please give $40 to Tay for gas money. I owed her for her giving Ty Man a hard time in previous live streams. Now maybe you and Chaz can give me a go blue. OSU sucks, Ty Man. Ryan's crying. All right. Well, for that super chat, Joe, we will do it for you. On the count of 3, Chaz, we got to say go blue for Joe. 1, 2, 3. Go blue. Joe, Taylor will be absolutely thrilled about this. I'm trying to teach her the value of $1. She has always had good work ethic, but money burns a hole in her pocket. If she's got a $20 bill, she's on Amazon or she's going to Ulta to buy makeup or something. And since she started driving, now she's got to put gas in her car. She wants to go out to eat with her friends from her volleyball team or her softball team after practice. And she's finding out that she doesn't have the funds to support that. And her mother and I obviously do not fund that activity for her. So she has been over at the Woodyard making bundles and trying to build money. We make her put half of everything she makes in her savings account. The rest is her spending money. So she will be thrilled with this, Joe. Thank you very much. But the handouts are slowly coming to an end for her.
She likes to babysit for Chaz.
She does. She does babysit for Chaz. She babysat for you the other day while we were hunting and the girls were out shopping, right? Yep. All right. We are almost caught up here. A few more people in here now, 86 people. So it's a pretty good group in here.
I think my mom and sister and Mandy were asking me which YouTube channel. They're probably logged in by now.
Your sister, Mandy.
Mandy, Mom, and them.
Well, Mandy and Mom, if you're here, welcome to the live stream. Chaz is the star of the show tonight, the guest star. Here you go, $15,000, and every stand has heat, and you can shoot from 1 yard to 1,500 yards. That's a lot of money. 15 grand, I assume that's for the whole season, not just for hunting, not just for a weekend trip. If you're getting that kind of money to lease your land, that is awesome. That is awesome. All right, we are caught up on the chat. Is Heath leaving? Hardworking man is heading out. Well, happy Thanksgiving to you and Rachel and the boys, and I hope you guys had a great holiday.
Next time I see Rachel, I want some of them chocolate chip cookies.
Well, next time we see Rachel will probably be at Bunyan, unless they're coming to Hope, which I doubt. I don't know if they'll. Well, he's still here right now. Having your 21, 20, 18, and 15-year-old want to play board games makes you feel like you're doing something right. Amen to that, brother. Amen to that. If you guys, it's a family day. Family time is absolutely most important. Certainly not this little Firewood live stream here. So go spend that quality time with your family, my friend. All right, let's get to the list because I got a few things written down here tonight. First of all, since Chaz is here, I wanted to talk about the TCI Expo that we went to a few weeks ago, the Tree Care Industries Expo. And that is more of a arborist show, more of a tree service show.
I do think that there needs to be some firewood processors and firewood. If Easton May would bring them down there next year, I think it would be a big hit because he's probably going to be the only one there.
Well, not only the processors, but he's making attachments now. He's got
Yeah.
the grapples now. He's going to be making branch managers now, things that tree services can certainly use. So we did reach out to Andrew and talk to him a little bit about that. I don't know if he's in here. I haven't seen him yet, but there's no other wood splitter company there.
And I don't know if they'll be there next year. I think it's once.
It moves around, right?
Yeah. So I don't know where it would be to commit that we could help, but if it's in Baltimore, we definitely would be voluntary to help him.
For sure. For sure. Small woodlot has had 5 generations under one roof for 7 hours. They're all worn out.
Yeah.
I can imagine. It is awesome to get everybody together, but it gets to be close quarters. It gets to be a little chaotic, but it's a holiday and certainly understandable. Try to cherish the time. I totally get where you're coming from. Believe me. Oregon Logging Conference in February. You know anything about that one? Where is that, Daniel? Is that out by you? When you say Oregon, are you saying it's in the state of Oregon? Or are you talking about like Oregon, the company that makes chains and bars? Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to clarify that there a little bit. Joe says, smash the thumbs up button. Chaz is yawning. He's ready for this thing to end already. Hey, why don't you go in and tell Valerie that we're ready? I'm empty. Take my glass into her. Oh my goodness. What a night. Where was I at? Yep. Joe said smash the like button. 86 watching, only 38 likes. So if you wouldn't mind, just take a minute and hit that thumbs up. Certainly appreciate that. Greg Waters, good luck this weekend. Time for me to take this dog out and enjoy the rest of y'all's show. Take River out for his evening walk, my friend. You are certainly faithful to that puppy for his walks. And thanks for stopping by here. Good to see you. And happy Thanksgiving to you and Sheila. Send her our best wishes as well. Kurt is partaking in some Basil Hayden tonight to stay warm. That is awesome. Basil Hayden is certainly a great bourbon. And which one are you drinking? Do you like the wheated or the regular? All right, Daniel, 5 hours south of me in Eugene, Oregon. So out on the West Coast. First generation farmer says he has 20 to 30 people that pay him that money for his property.
Well, he shouldn't have to work.
Yeah, I would say that he can make a living on that, right? 20 to 30 people times $1,500. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Awesome.
I like to see the production and what all they got set up and where's he live?
I don't know. He hasn't told us where he's at yet. What state are you in there? Chaz gets very, very serious when it comes to hunting properties. So
I tell you, I'd like to have some good duck hunting. If they can have the deer hunting. I like the waterfowl hunt. Yeah,
he is into waterfowl hunting. I'd like to shoot the waterfowl, but I don't like to eat it, so I don't get that deep into it.
You haven't been on a good waterfowl hunt, so you don't know what you like yet.
There might be some truth to that.
We're going to take you on a good waterfowl hunt here next week too.
Log Cabin Firewood. He's talking about the girl Caitlin that was at the TCI show in the middle there, where they had that tree set up on cables where they were demoing. That girl, she's pretty badass. She was.
I was coming to bring us some old fashions any second.
He's worried I'm going to get in trouble. Here she comes. Yeah, you got to come in and say hello.
Come say hello.
Just come say hello. It's Thanksgiving. Just
Look at that.
she won't come in. She's camera shy. Oh, but no.
But yeah, she was bad at it.
When I said badass, I meant like really knows her stuff when it comes to climbing trees and cutting trees.
And I said it as both.
I think that's what Jack's talking about as well. Oh my goodness. Thank you.
Smell. We gotta.
Thank you, Bourbon. Let's see here. Dolphins or Fudge Packers tonight? I don't know. I got to root for the Packers.
You can't bet against the Packers. They're what, 8? Like they've only lost 3 games, and the Dolphins have lost like more games than they've won.
Brady and I were talking earlier about the Dolphins, and he was talking about their head coach and how he got that job, because he obviously never played football in his life, right? I wouldn't think he did. He's a kind of a smaller guy, but he's coaching that team, and like he's a kind of a smaller guy, and I just wonder like what his story is. Maybe is he like a really good coach, or did he come up through college? We were wondering. We were going to kind of look that up later. Brady was interested in that. Shibe wants to know what a non-resident tag costs him around. Shibe will come down here and hunt with us.
I'm going to give you this experience. Show up. We'll worry about the bullshit after
There probably won't be
we
any.
get done eating.
Send me a text, Shibe. Send me a text.
Bring your 30-06.
Yeah, we don't have to use shotguns here in this county. We can still use rifles.
If you only have a 450, bring it. But there's a lot of corn on this property.
Yeah, there is a lot of corn there. It's legal. We're allowed to do it. First generation farmers in Pennsylvania. He wants to know what our budget is.
What do you mean our budget?
Send me an email. Send me an email. We'll talk specifics through email.
What's budget be?
Like to hunt on his property. That's the guy with all the property.
Well, I mean, what are we talking about? I mean,
well, we're going to email. We'll email each other. Let's keep it off the live stream, and we'll kind of communicate through email. Firewood at the furnace at gmail.com.
Do we pay after we shoot, or do we got to pay guarantee if we don't?
James can hunt ducks in his living room. He's in Canada.
James, I love Canada. That's where it all comes from. Cheers to James.
Chaz is feeling good. How you feeling, Chaz? Jack wants to go to TCI next time. He's looking for a Protos helmet with Bluetooth.
Jack, how much you want to buy one for?
You got a line on those, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Chaz might have a hookup for those. Matthew Weimer is in the chat. Good evening, Matt. Say hello to your family for me and wish them happy Thanksgiving. Good to see you here. Oh, James is talking about the video game Duck Hunt.
James.
Larry
James.
said you're toasted.
Larry said I'm toasted. I'm a little hot, but
it is hot. Why don't you go and turn that heater off?
I'm surprised you have a sweatshirt.
I know.
I mean, are you on a diet?
Goodness. I knew we started too early. I'm trying to keep this under control here. Hey, there's freaking Jeep. How you doing tonight there, buddy? Good to see you. The small woodlot shot a deer in Fort Dix with a 198 howitzer. He probably blew that thing to pieces.
What else are we talking about?
We've got a lot of stuff to talk about here. I know what I wanted to bring up. My video a couple of weeks ago about selling green wood. I wanted to say thank you to everyone who responded and commented and gave me their opinions and advice. it was all over the place, just like I expected it would be. But thank you for the feedback. Some of you all made some really good points. Some of you all said stay away from it. Some of you all said just go straight to it and don't even season your wood. So I got a lot of input from both sides of the spectrum, which helps me make a more informed decision. So thank you all for that.
No problem, Jack.
Two-stroke oil. I wanted to talk to you all tonight a little bit about two-stroke oil. Chaz, before I get into my little bit of a conversation here, what do you use with your tree service for two-stroke oil?
55-gallon drum.
And what do you buy then? Like what is
Duralene.
Duralene two-stroke oil?
Oh, two-stroke. I thought you were talking about bar oil. I'm sorry.
No, two-stroke.
I use still. If I run still, I use still.
Now, what steel oil do you run?
Synthetic.
In what bottle? The gray bottle, the orange bottle? What is it?
Gray bottle.
So you're running this?
5-gallon mixer.
He's running the HP Ultra, which is this right here, which everything that I have seen and researched and watched videos on says stay away from. Sorry, I hit the microphone. Stay away from this. They say it soots up your saws. At top of the piston's all carboned up. The inside of the cylinder's carboned up. So I want to know what you all think about this oil.
Let me tell you why. I buy my saws new. Still says use it. Warranties are covered.
Yeah,
Tell me why I use. I mean,
right. They do that. When you buy a new saw, if you buy a gallon of their
they could literally
fuel oil,
swab that saw and tell you if 10 tanks ago, if you ran Ace Hardware two-stroke oil through it.
do you believe that? Do you believe they can?
I had a saw that I used off-brand two-stroke when I went out of town. I ran out one time, and they told me that they wouldn't honor it because of that, and it did happen. But I've never had a saw stop running or a spark plugs foul because of using this. I have not had that issue. We use our saws every day, though. So if you're the guy that puts your saw up and you use it once a month or once every other month, I'm not sure in that situation if you'll have a problem.
That might be a valid point. Valid point.
At that point, then you got to consider ethanol mixed in with this. I don't know.
I don't run ethanol fuel because I don't run my saws every single day like he does. He can run ethanol fuel because it's going to be gone before he worries about having a problem.
The first thing that goes on my saws are plastics or handles. Something gets broke. If I got a saw that lasts a year without a handle getting bent or something happened to it, I'm good. I don't have saws that ever lock up. Now, didn't I have a Husky recently?
That blew the spark plug.
Yeah, I had a Husky that blew the spark plug.
$395.
$395. Apparently, you need to check them every so often in spark plugs because they blow out.
Well, the spark plug gets loose, and you don't realize it's loose, and it vibrates and vibrates, just like the mufflers on those saws. What are we toasting to?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Random toast from Chaz there. But the mufflers on a Husky are known to come loose as well.
Yes. If you get a Husky, you need to put some lock stuff on.
Loctite
on the mufflers.
Yeah, so the mufflers on the Huskies are known to come loose. The spark plugs, I guess whatever saw you run, you should occasionally check to make sure they're tight because
don't just over tighten them.
It's aluminum.
If you over tighten them and then you got a full thread and then you strip it to a half a thread, that's worse than having a loose spark plug.
You got to remember the head, the top ends on those things are just aluminum.
Yeah.
But so what happened with the 395? If you saw the shorts video that I put out, the spark plug must have got loose. It blew it out of the saw.
And that was the saw I got from Paul Bunyan.
Right. So it's not that old, right?
Yeah.
So they put the spark plug back in and I guess either they cross-threaded the spark plug, or when it blew the first time, it messed the threads up and it started spitting it out
Yeah,
2 or
that's
3
what-
times. So now the saw is here. It's actually here in my shop, and we're going to try to helicoil it to see if that will solve the problem. But back on topic of two-stroke oils, I tried this for a little while, this Husqvarna XP Plus, and it seemed to do okay. And then this is like supposedly the granddaddy, Amsoil Sabre, but it's pretty expensive, and it's good oil. But what I have, based on my research and what I've done and the way my saw runs, and because when you change your mix, you can definitely see a difference in the saw. You can smell it, you can feel it, you can hear it. But I am using Red Armor. And my question to you all tonight, my question to you all tonight about Red Armor is that I have been seeing some reports that they have changed the formula on this. Now, this is an Echo blended oil or an Echo branded oil. I don't know who makes it. The steel oil, I think Castrol makes or used to make, but I heard rumors that they have changed the formula on this Red Armor, and I'm wanting to know if anybody knows anything about it. So let's see what some of the comments are here.
Another thing we do when it comes to bar oil, I buy regular bar oil, but sometimes that winter mix is really expensive. Sometimes you dump a little bit, just a little bit of antifreeze, because antifreeze doesn't overheat, but it'll also loosen the oil up in the real cold months of the winter.
Well, the winter mix is thinner oil.
Yes, but mix it with a little bit of antifreeze, your regular oil, and it'll lube, and it'll keep on. That's what we do.
I never heard of that.
So if you get down to 30 degrees or below, put just a tad, little bit of antifreeze in it, shake the jug up, you'll get a better oil.
So the normal bar oil that you use is pretty thick, tacky stuff.
It's real tacky.
Yeah.
And where you're supposed to, technically in a still saw, you can run like 1.5 tanks of gas to a full tank is what they're saying.
Yeah, but you should top it off every time.
If it's real thick, you'll run 3 tanks of gas to one mix. So
which should tell you that your bar is not getting lubricated properly.
Tell you. So mix a little bit of antifreeze in that, and that'll help keep it lubed and keep it moving.
So another thing, speaking of keeping your bar oil, whether it's too thick or too thin, a lot of times if you set your saw down on a shelf when you're not using it and you go to pick it up and you've got bar oil all leaked out underneath the saw, well, after you shut the saw off, it's naturally going to run. There's still a little pressure in there, so it's going to leak down. But if you're leaking bar oil like more frequently than you should, it's probably because you're using cheap bar oil and it's too thin to begin with.
Yeah, I use Duralene. I get it in 55-gallon drums. We just keep refilling stuff, and it's worked good for me. I'm averaging $9 a gallon.
That's cheap.
55-gallon drum.
So you're buying it in bulk, $9 a gallon. Like the Tractor Supply bar oil.
I used to love that stuff.
It's thin.
I used to love that stuff. I'll tell you, I used to go there when they have these deals, these black jugs. I fill up all the carts and take it out of there.
A lot of people do that. I see it on the Firewood groups on Facebook and
One
stuff.
time I bought a year's worth of bar oil. It lasted me a year.
Don't you think it's thinner than the stuff you normally use, though?
Yeah.
It's not as tacky.
Yeah.
Like when you
don't want to use it in the hot weather.
Right.
You want to use it in the cold weather.
Yes, I agree with that. So the bar oil that he uses, because when I'm on his jobs and I'm filling up his saws, when I'm helping him out on jobs, if you put your fingers on that bar oil and you separate them, it'll be stringy, like it'll connect. If that Tractor Supply oil, it just separates. It's much thinner. But anyway, back to the two-stroke oil. Let's see what you all have to say about that.
What you got to say about that too, because I probably have switched with you.
Switch with me to what? The two-stroke oil?
Yeah, but
all right,
they got to come in 5-gallon mixers. It's so easy. Like, you got to really spell it out.
Yeah, right. So he's got employees that are mixing the fuel. Or mixing the oil with the fuel. So he's got to have whatever size his can is, he's got to have that size oil. Like this This is a 2.5 gallon mix.
So I'd mix it to 2.3.
This is a 1 gallon mix.
So I'd mix it to like 1/11 of a gallon. A little bit stronger.
So you run a little bit richer than?
I would always run a little bit more oil than not enough.
Well, Jack says that the steel oil is swamp water, and he avoids it like the plague. BGW says he avoids the steel oil. Joe says that the steel oil is the oil that he uses.
I don't know if you guys can really tell a difference, or if it's just.
I can tell a difference.
Can you?
I can. My saw will smoke more. It will smell richer. It will.
Is it because it's getting more oil and it's lubricating and you got a little bit of burn off, or is it because it's running dry?
Well, the 500i obviously is an electronic saw, so it will. If you start that saw and let it idle, it will tune itself.
Right.
And I forget how long you have to let it sit there and idle without. Once you start it, you can't touch the trigger. You can't touch anything. You got to set it down and let it run, and it adjusts itself based on what you're feeding it. But I have noticed that some oil is stronger. Like I can feel it in my eyes. I can smell it. But Jack says he runs Red Armor, Neighborly Homestead.
Where do you guys get the Red Armor at?
I bought this on Amazon. I bought like a 12-pack of this on Amazon.
Do they make these in 5-gallon mixes?
I don't know. We can look it up. But, I mean, that seems like based on the
That's
stuff.
also a convenience to me.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah, because you got to have your guys making sure they mix the fuel correctly.
Right.
Neighborly Homestead, he runs Red Armor and everything. BGW Enterprises, Red Armor from Echo. What I'll be going to after my stock of obsolete oil is gone. Small Woodlot says Castrol or conventional steel oils. Tim Stout says Buck and Billy Ray recommends Castrol 2T. He personally runs AMSOIL 100 to 1 for the last 20 years without a problem. Man, that is a 100 to 1. That's a very lean mix, right? 100 to 1 is much more lean than 50 to 1.
Yeah, I don't think I like more oil than less
oil. Back River Firewood says,
especially with the fuel these days.
Lucas Mix. Wiley's Firewood, AMSOIL Dominator. I haven't heard of that one. We got a question here from Super Kids Rockstar Videos. What inspired you to make videos? Well, if you go back to my very first video that I ever made, it's pretty raw. It's pretty bad, actually. But it was immediately following the death of my father. And I was looking for something to occupy my time and to keep my brain busy and to keep my mind occupied and to be close to my mother. I started getting on YouTube and looking at firewood videos because I was splitting some firewood. We were having some little bonfires in the backyard at my mom's house. And we were just, healing, getting over the emotional distress that we were having. And I started watching some of the bigger channels that you all know. And it got me into it. And I said, you know what? Maybe if I made a video or two and talked about what I'm going through, it will help me heal. Well, I made a video or two and people actually started commenting and responding to me and interacting with me. And I found some comfort in that. And I found that, it made me feel good. It kept my mind occupied. It was doing exactly what I hoped it would do.
Wants to know why they can't comment.
Are they signed in? They got to sign into their YouTube account.
Okay.
So once people started actually interacting with me and responding to me, I was like, wow, this is pretty neat. Maybe I'll make another video. And then I made another video, and it just evolved into what it is now. It wasn't something that when I started that I thought was going to become what it is now.
Is Shy coming hunting with us Saturday?
I don't know. He's texting me now. Let me see.
Tell him I would enjoy it if he would come.
There's a question for you from Will there. Did you get the knife set from Bunyan? Tell him about the knife set.
Heck no, that shit costs like $4,000. Why would you buy anything that costs $4,000 for the kitchen? I did buy a trailer.
Shive's after this guy.
Tell him we got one bigger than him over there for you.
Shive's after this guy.
Tell him come on over. Come on over. Don't be scared.
Well, he's going to be opening day for Pennsylvania is the same day as us.
You're allowed 16 deer in Maryland. Rifle season.
I told him that last year. You can kill a lot of deer here in Maryland. No, he didn't get the knife set. I don't know what he told you there. I wasn't really paying attention. But it was
$500 for them. What Cutco? Were they Cutco kitchen knives?
Yeah, it was pretty expensive. Andy, good evening. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours as well. Thanks for stopping in here.
Andrew been on?
I haven't seen Andrew. It's Thanksgiving. He's probably with his family, and you know what I mean. I didn't expect this many people to be here.
Well, it's you and I. They're going to stay around a while. We appreciate you guys.
The York Woods XP Plus is all he uses. I've heard some good things about this stuff. He's been using
Is
it.
any of this stuff synthetic?
Yeah, a lot of it is. I think this HP Ultra.
Well, this is synthetic.
No, I don't. The steel comes in a gray bottle and an orange bottle. The gray one is fully synthetic. This is fully synthetic, which is the Amsoil. It's the print's too small on that for me to see on the Red Armor. I don't know if the Red Armor is or not. Maybe somebody here will tell us. Small woodlot, great point. Yes, you are correct. When you helicoil a spark plug thread, you definitely got to stake it, which means basically you got to set it, drive those things sideways so that it can't move. That way, if you go to take the spark plug out, it is tight in there and does not move. Larry Cluck is here. Good evening, Larry. Thanks for stopping by and happy Thanksgiving to you. I know you've been really busy with all those trees you had down. I hope you're all cleaned up by now from that.
Yes, I was talking about bar oil.
Yeah, we kind of got off track there, Jack, with between two-stroke oil and bar oil. But I think it was a good conversation.
Put a little bit of antifreeze in a gallon of bar oil, not just in the tank. Put it in your gallon. I'd say 1 cup, measuring cup. Put it in there.
What kind of measuring cup?
Out of the kitchen.
Like one cup.
Like you're making a cake.
All right.
That big of a cake.
1 cup. Versus how many gallons?
Just try 1 gallon. Shake it up.
1 cup per gallon of antifreeze in your bar oil. Daniel Atkins says in the early Mazda rotary cars, you know those rotary engines? Mm-hmm. They had antifreeze mixture system that would fog over the carb so it wouldn't ice over and you wouldn't end up with ice in your carburetor. Kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we're in a climate where you have to worry about ice in your carburetor.
I know about 2 years ago in December, we were in that climate for about 10 days. You remember that?
It got really cold there for a while.
Really cold.
Were you working through that?
I don't think we worked through that.
Yeah.
I think I went honey.
Goodness. Oh, man. Shive uses Tractor Supply oil. I use it too. When it's on sale, I grab it up. It does run out of my saw, but I still use it.
You don't gotta look. You don't gotta buy bar oil.
I'm not taking your stuff.
Listen,
that's not how I roll.
What's mine is yours.
No,
what's yours is
no, you're running a business, and I'm running a.
What's mine is mine.
And I'm running a hobby business. No, I don't use much, but that's not how I operate. I don't want handouts. Tractor Supply is great winter oil. I would agree with that. It is thinner, but for the wintertime, I think it's perfect. Summertime,
it gets looser because it's hotter.
Yes, exactly. Camp's Corner says that steel oil has gotten thinner over the years. He's talking about bar oil. 15 years ago, it was super tacky. And now it has thinned out a little bit.
Something that they don't pay attention to. Somebody.
Well, I think they can probably make it cheaper and sell it for the same price, right?
Oh, it's like $14 a gallon. It's that. I mean, when you're going through a lot of bar oil, $14 a gallon gets pretty expensive.
So freaking Jeep John here says he uses the steel orange oil, which is not the synthetic oil that comes in the orange bottle, and he uses ethanol free mid-grade gasoline. No corn.
Willie Firewood always makes it a little richer.
Yep. How much richer though? Like if you hold on, let me get something and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So when I'm building saws and I'm putting saws together, I lubricate stuff as I build it, and I use this little needle bottle, and it comes out like an eyedropper. I'll show you. See that? 2 little drops there. In a tank of fuel,
You need a drink.
how much oil, how many drops of that oil do you think you need to get, say, from 50 to 1 to 40 to 1? Because if you look at this bottle, you know, the size of this bottle isn't very big, but the oil level in here is only about to here to make 1 gallon of fuel. So if you just put a couple drops in it, I think you're changing the ratio. No, I don't want that. I want another old fashioned. Chaz is getting the Yellowstone bourbon out. Here's a mini Glencairn for you. Goodness. That's for you.
For me?
Yeah, you need
You're
it.
empty.
Well, go tell my wife I need another one. So, like, when you're mixing it, if you want to make it just a little bit richer, how much more do you need?
Want some apple pie?
I'll sip on some apple pie if you want to bring it over here.
I just think it in fact tastes good if you like a little bit of that fruit.
It's a good thing Chaz's wife is here with him tonight, so he can drive her, or she can drive him home.
Shit.
What? Here, no, don't do that. You're gonna break the glass.
Bitch.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not strong. That's pretty tight. There we go. There you go, buddy.
I'm happy I'm not the only one that I mixed it up with a flathead already.
Yeah, right. All right. Richard Tithcomb says we're making things too complicated. When he used to cut a lot of wood, he used SAE 30 weight engine oil for. No. Don't do that. I'll drink it right out of the jar.
I was gonna put some in with your good cherries.
He used SAE 30 engine oil for bar oil, 75 cents a quart 30 years ago. Have you ever used regular engine oil for bar oil?
30 week.
That's what he said.
Just save 30. That's all. I've used that from Walmart.
And it works?
Yep.
There you go. Richard, you're right.
It costs as much as bar oil now, though.
So back
30 weight's the main ingredient.
So 30 years ago, he said he got it for 75 cents a quart.
Yeah.
That probably made sense.
I'll give you, if you give her 75, I'll give you $6.
No, that was 30 years ago, he said.
Yeah.
Larry Cluck said Red Armor's all he uses.
All right.
And Will Davidson said he's sending you a link.
Will, do you hunt deer? Will, how is you and the new girlfriend out west doing?
Oh, goodness. Are you still talking to her, Will?
I think she would be good for it.
John said he tried aviation gas and the saws didn't like it. That's high octane fuel, right? High octane. Camp's Corner switched to the VP premix fuel when he got a 500i. I ran the premix fuel, but I ran the true fuel. And I tell you, I watched some videos from other YouTube channels, and the reviews were not too good on a lot of the premix fuel. So you never know what kind of oil they use. You don't really know what kind of gas they're using. Most of the premix fuel, it has that race car gas smell, if you know what I'm talking about. If you go to the drag strip and you smell that high octane fuel that the race cars run, you get that kind of sense of smell. So it's probably pretty good fuel, but you really don't know what they're using.
It's my family.
They're watching, but they can't comment. Jack says Duval's has it, Chaz, and they make 5-gallon mixers.
And that's just
Red Armor. Red Armor. Yep. Yep. Red Armor.
All right, Jack, I'm going to go try it out.
You messed this drink up by dumping that stuff in there for me.
I didn't dump anything.
Yeah, you did. You dumped that apple pie in here.
I don't think it went.
It did. I tasted it. Can you go have my wife make me another old fashioned?
Yes, I would make me one too.
Thank you, Chaz.
No problem. We're shit out of luck with ice cubes.
Well, there's more ice in there. Just don't have the big ice balls. Oh man. He's really he's feeling good. He is feeling good. I have no control over him tonight. I almost feel like Sushi Man Sam being a handler tonight. I haven't even gotten to anything on my list, but here's a question from Logger Jason. I'm going to try one of them laser for marking this weekend, maybe do 100-inch wood, see if it work. Any thoughts? Are you talking about like the laser guide to show you where to cut your wood? I've never tried one of those. I'm still using the old magnetic stick on my bar, but I don't know how they work. I feel like when you put a laser on your saw to mark the 16 inches or however long you're cutting, you got to be in the same place in the wood. If you got a long bar and you put the tip on, I feel like it's going to be longer, right? And if you put the dogs all the way up against the wood, it'll be shorter. So you kind of got to be consistent with where you're placing the bar of the saw on the wood so that you get a consistent length on the angle of the laser. Just my thoughts. I've never used one. Colleen's Farm Adventures. How are you doing up there in Saskatchewan? Happy Thanksgiving to all of your American friends. Well, thank you for stopping by. It's great to see you here, Colleen. Thank you for throwing a comment in the chat. For who?
These guys.
Chaz has a question.
How often do you guys ever buy bulk firewood off of somebody to sell it? Or do you guys strictly cut your own wood and split it and sell it? So do you buy it already split in bulk? And if so, what do you pay for it? And how much do you charge the homeowner?
So
I used to buy some wood in bulk, split, and have it delivered.
So before Chaz's tree business grew into what it is today, in the wintertime to keep his guys busy, he used to split some firewood. Like when he wasn't busy in the wintertime, he would keep his guys working by having them cut firewood, and then he would sell it in the wintertime. He used to buy some from other people and then resell it.
And split already.
And you would resell it?
Yeah.
So I guess he's wondering how many of you guys in the chat buy your wood already processed and resell it. Is that your question?
Yep.
All right.
Like regular, already processed. You just got to let it sit and then you load it up and sell.
Right. David Snyder, happy Thanksgiving to you. Thanks for stopping in. I tell you what, the chat is growing. We're up to 124 people here now. We started out with like 50.
What else do we have on that page?
There's a lot more on here.
let's talk about some of that real quick.
I'm trying to keep up with the chat here because we're so far behind. There's another question here. Logger Jason, thanks, Brad, for the push to get me over 500. Hey, we're all here to help each other. I say it all the time. I'll say it again. I'm not going to get long-winded on it, but people help me along the way. And if you're just starting out, I'm happy to help you. And the only thing I ask is that you pay it forward. When somebody else comes along after you, you give them a little bump too. Question from Donald Slate. Do you use the timber carriers? Let Jack or Shibe use one. Yes, I do use them. I don't show them a whole lot on the videos, but I do use them. I will let Jack or Shibe use one if they're interested. I should put that on a video and just let people see it. But you got to be careful with them because they are sharp, and if you're not careful with them, they will hurt you. Jack, since you're close by, hit me up and remind me, and I'll give you one of these log timber carriers that Donald Slate sent to me a while back, and see what you think of them. John, happy Thanksgiving to you. I appreciate all of the well wishes, and I send them right back to everyone. Great Thanksgiving chat here tonight. Tom's Firewood is in here. And Tom's Firewood, if you don't follow him on YouTube or on social media, check him out. He is over in Delaware. He just got a new dump trailer, and he's got that thing all nicely lettered up and marked up for his business. He's delivering a lot of firewood, and he's doing a good thing. I worked with him up at the Hope event. He stood outside with his dump trailer off the end of my 1222, and we split a lot of wood that day. I'm not sure what he splits with. I can't.
He needs to get an Easton.
He might have one. I can't quite remember, but he's over in Delaware. He's a great guy. He helped us out. He showed up to Hope and did a great thing. He's very active on social media. Stickers over there on the beer fridge. Good to see you here, my friend, as well. And look who it is, Mr. Dick, old guy Firewood. Hello, all. Just in from family Thanksgiving dinner. Happy Thanksgiving. You remember Dick from Paul Bunyan?
Yeah, he's got that. He could sing baritone.
He's got a deep voice.
He's an older guy, right?
Yep.
Skinny
Yep.
guy.
No, he's a good muscular sized dude, but he's a worker.
Yeah, there's
Older. I'll show you a picture of him. You'll remember him. He's a great guy. North Carolina. That's where he's from. Good to see you here, Dick. Thanks for stopping in on this Thanksgiving evening. I'm trying to get caught up so we can get to the next thing on the list because we're already in overtime. Goodness gracious, this hour flew by. Bill Brereton, I hope I said that correctly, still has really got expensive bar lube, but once I chose not to use it, I started burning through chains. A dealer held my saw 4 inches off concrete, reveal up floor, had splatter all over, dumped that out. Choose not to use. I started burning through chains. The dealer held my saw 4 inches off the concrete, I guess, to check the oil flow. Splatter all over and dump that out. Yeah, so steel bar oil, I guess, is super expensive. And here's another super chat from our buddy Don Scheib. Husky Repair Fund. Well, I don't have a drink in my hand. Oh, I guess we're going to have to do the apple pie.
My God. You twist my arm.
Twist my arm there, Scheib.
Scheib, I want to see you tomorrow evening at my house. We're going deer hunting Saturday and Sunday.
No, he said he's hunting in Pennsylvania Saturday.
Operation Gut Pile.
Operation Gut Pile. Thank you, Mr. Scheib, for the super chat. We are feeling good here tonight. I don't know where our drinks are. There might be an intentional delay on the delivery of our drinks. You think? You think they're holding them up intentionally?
I'll let you know here in about 30 seconds.
Thank you, Scheib. Appreciate that, my friend. The Firewood Hut is here. Happy Thanksgiving. Brad and Chaz just finished up eating and playing games from Dale.
Hey, man. Happy Thanksgiving.
And Joe's Firewood Videos has a question. Brad, do you know the term cherries and berries? I never heard that before until last week when my buddy said it to me. Cherries and berries?
Are we talking about what? Are we talking about holidays?
Are we talking about something completely different? Let us know what cherries and berries mean. I have not heard that term. And apparently Chaz hasn't either. Kevin Kelly says that the VP synthetic two-stroke mix works great at Tractor Supply. Gartner Outdoors, happy Thanksgiving to you. Thanks for stopping in. Question from Miller Stumps and Firewood. Anyone getting any Black Friday deals on wood hound equipment? I'm glad you brought that up there, Miller Stumps and Firewood, because I did get a Black Friday deal, and it's on my list to talk to you about tonight. Let me grab it. I have got a 100-foot roll of Oregon chain here. And I'm going to start making my own chains, not only for me, but for my buddy Chaz here as well. I've already got the punch and the spinner to make my own chain loops. And for Black Friday on Amazon, Oregon had that 100-foot roll of chain for $307. It's normally about $365 or $375. The way I figure it is if you make 20-inch loops of chain or 25-inch loops of chain, you can save yourself about $200 per roll of that chain by making your own loops. So, Taylor's doing the delivery. Come on over here, Taylor.
People want to see
Which one? These look a lot smaller. Why is this only half full?
You guys drank the whole bottle.
Oh, we're out of. Well, there's plenty more bourbon in there. Tell Mom to open up the other bottle.
Come here, show your face.
Say hello.
Taylor.
Taylor is delivering our drinks.
$40 tonight.
Yeah, Joe's Premium Firewood sent you $40 for gas tonight.
Oh, thank you.
And it better go towards gas, not Amazon.
So, Taylor, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Everybody's wishing everybody happy Thanksgiving. Joe's Firewood Videos is in here. So, he specifically wanted you to say go blue.
Go below.
And yeah, so volleyball season is officially over. Softball winter workouts are beginning, and colleges are emailing her every other day.
Yeah.
She's getting a lot of emails for colleges, so big things coming for my baby girl here.
Yeah.
She's tough.
She is tough.
She's tough.
Thanks for the drink.
Yeah.
Thank you. We'll be in about 15.
So yes, Black Friday on Amazon, 100-foot rolls of chain. If you want to make your own loops of chain, you can definitely save yourself some money.
We need to talk about the.
We will. We're getting to that.
People might start leaving us.
Well, we're still growing in numbers.
Oh, really?
118 now. We were at 50 when we started. Have a seat. You're out of the camera.
Oh.
All right. Let's Bill Brereton has a question. Still lube back and splatter went away and chains last longer again.
He uses still.
Yep. Ben's Firewood is here. Does anyone else here use Cut It bar oil? Never heard of that one.
Never heard of it.
Cut it bar oil.
My
Shad.
grandfather was an old timer, and he used to do his own oil changes and everything. And he used to use the old oil out of his vehicle
For bar oil?
for bar oil.
Yeah, I've heard of
How
people
many
doing
of you
that.
guys do that? And he also used to run them big home lights.
Yeah.
You remember when home lights, I guess, were
Yeah.
the saw back in the
Yeah,
day?
Yep.
Does anybody ever run Johnson Red? Anybody ever heard of Johnson Red?
I haven't.
It used to be a big time saw. That shop up there at Blue Ball Road,
Elsner, not Elsner's.
across from Hines.
I know where you're talking about. Right at the
sold-
circle.
Yeah, they sold Johnson Red, and everybody ripped and rared about them saws.
Shive said if he had access to non-ethanol fuel, he would run it. Shive, get on. There's a website. If you search for non-ethanol fuel, there's a website that you can click on your state, and it will show you all the gas stations that sell non-ethanol fuel. And Pennsylvania is one of the best states to find non-ethanol fuel. So I think if you look around, you could probably find it. Even the Royal Farm stores up in Pennsylvania sell non-ethanol fuel. Wiley's Firewood says 2.3 gallons to a 2.5 gallon mix. So he's saying that this container right here is supposed to mix 2.5 gallons at 50 to 1. When you fill your gas can up, you put 2.3 gallons in it
I do that.
and then dump this in. So you're a little bit richer.
Not then dump it. You dump it first. and
Oh,
then
so it
you
swirls
put the
around.
gas
So
in.
it swirls around and mixes
Yeah.
better. But or you can do it other way and shake it up.
Well, it just okay.
Either way. I mean, does it really matter? You're still mixing it well.
Right.
try-
Just saves you a step.
Okay.
We might forget. Shake.
Goodness. All right. The York Woods said that was a good night pour because it's only half full. Look at your glass. Your glass is less full than mine is.
I've already drank some.
They were still only half full when they showed up. Bert's Custom Cuts is here. Forgot about the live. He's been busy getting shop set for cutting up deer. Well, you missed the whole deer conversation because we are getting ready for Operation
Gut pile.
Operation Gut Pile. Starts on Saturday. Gun season opens up, and we're going to slay them.
I bet you we see 10 to 15 deer every time we go hunt.
Well, how many are we going to shoot?
Well, we probably shoot half because we gotta leave the babies alone.
Jack says he's on his way here. He wants moonshine. Jack, come in the back door. I don't know how long we're going to be here, but we still
The guy
got
can ride his bicycle here in 3 minutes.
we still got a long list of stuff to get to, and there's still 121 people here. So as long as people are sticking around, I guess we're going to keep going, right? Is your
Hey.
wife going to be mad if you?
Buddy,
Just
as
get
long
away.
as I get to the duck blind by
Oh, you're duck hunting in the morning.
as long as I'm there by a certain time, I'm okay.
Well, you got to let me know when you got to go.
Well, we ain't gonna be here till 5:00.
No, we're not going to be. What, you just going to go straight from here to there,
Well, I gotta get my truck ready. Well,
and you got to sober up a little bit.
I'm not gonna be able to drink this stuff till 5:00. How about what else?
Chris Foltz has a question. Are you doing a fellowship this year? Happy Thanksgiving. Well,
Yet to be determined.
First of all, Chris, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family as well. Hope you had a great day. As far as the fellowship goes, we are not going to do it in January this year. The weather's just too unpredictable. And although we had a great time last year,
It takes 2 months to get better.
yeah, it took me a couple months to get everything squared away afterwards. And I would not change it for anything because we still had a great time. But I think we need to pick a better time of year to do it. I'm still trying to nail down that better time of year and hopefully a time when Andrew can be there from Eastamade and it works out and doesn't conflict with any other events.
I got a question for you, Firewood Hounds. It might be an embarrassing question. If you don't have an Easton-made wood splitter and you run some other type of wood splitter, I'd like to know your answer why you don't run an Easton-made wood splitter.
Well, those answers could be of a wide variety.
Well, I just want to hear what they got to say.
I got you. We'll catch up to the chat and see what the responses are to that. Gardner Outdoors says red armor is all we use now. I'm telling you, red armor seems to be the ticket. I don't know
I
why.
might be convinced to try red armor.
Yeah. Jack says aviation fuel is leaded. I didn't know that.
What's leaded mean?
Not unleaded fuel. It's got lead in the fuel. They don't filter the lead out, I guess. Will says, Chaz, we are friends. Nothing more, nothing less.
Will's a good dude.
Will-
But he needs a good soul. We ought to take up a donation. He's,
Chaz is trying. Chaz, you're not
I'm about ready to buy Will's saw.
but you're not 100% a steel guy.
Bring your 880 and I'll bring my saw. And
880.
Yeah, I've run 395s in the new Husky because
You think the 395 is compared to the 880?
I'm telling you right now, I could outcut the 880. I've done it.
You don't even have an 880.
I know. I got rid of both of them.
All right.
Ask Josh at AK Saw Shop.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Why are the majority of the saws on your trucks steel saws?
because I like the stills from a certain level down.
Like from the 271 to the 500?
No, like from the 201s all the way up to the 5.
Okay, from the top handle saws, the climbing saws,
Correct.
all the way up to the 500.
Yep.
What do you think the 500 is comparable to on the Husky side?
About a 660.
No, a Husky
Oh,
saw.
Husky. 572. I don't know. I haven't never compared those two saws together.
So you're saying that the Huskies are better on the big side running a long bar.
Yes.
Now, when you say long bar, do you mean like 28 and
28
above?
and above.
28 and above. All right. Well, for us Firewood guys, we're not running 28-inch bars.
You'd be surprised.
A 20-inch bar for a Firewood saw is ideal. A 25-inch
Will
bar,
needs a 500i.
a 25-inch bar is good if you want to stand up and buck, like Buck and Billy Ray says, right? So you don't want to bend over. A 25, depending on how tall you are, a 25-inch bar is good for most people. For me,
That 395 XP, I'm telling you, without cutting 880, I've done it. I do not like, what do you call torque? I don't like a torque saw. I like to hear it, I like to feel it, and I like to.
so you don't want torque, you want RPMs.
I want RPMs.
And you think that Husky is more RPMs and Steel is more torque?
Above 500.
Above the 500i. So if you had to pick the overall, if you had to pick one saw that you were going to run exclusively for everything you do as a tree service, what saw would you run?
661 and under.
661. No, one saw, not 661 and under. One
For a
saw
tree service,
for your business that you run.
and I could only pick up one saw.
One saw.
And top trees with it.
You're going to top trees with it. You're going to cut trees with it. You're going to do stump cuts with it. You're going to do everything. You got one saw in your truck. What saw are you using?
You walk around like Pee Wee Herman.
Well, obviously it's not an ideal situation, but you got one saw.
400i.
There is no 400i. There's a 400.
Well, 400.
So why the 400?
Because it's a little lighter than the 500, but it can still run a 25-inch bar. And you can use it doing crane work. I guess you could use it on top of a tree.
It's a very bad question, right?
It's an old-fashioned question.
It's a bourbon question. We've been drinking too much. All right, so we got a super chat here from the man himself, the one who inspired me to do YouTube, and I'm not going to get too sappy here. Dan from Back 40 Firewood. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Can't stay long. Going to start the sauna and burn off some calories.
Is Dan the
Here, cheers.
Is Dan the guy that
Does the live stream at Paul Bunyan.
I like Dan. But you know what, Dan? After driving 6 hours, and then we're supposed to drive a little bit up the road.
So Chaz, when we went to Paul Bunyan this year, I told Chaz, I said, hey, when we get there, Dan's going to pick us up at the hotel, and we're going to go up to Ohio Woodburner at Joe's, and we're going to spend the evening there. The Yappa guys are going to be there. Andrew Easton's going to be there. We're going to have some food, eat some dinner, just hang out.
I just wish it was an hour closer.
So we thought it was about an hour away.
Right.
And how far was it?
2.5 hours.
2.5 hour drive after a 6 hour drive. Hey, but it was a good time. And what else?
Yeah.
What else were we going to do, right?
Yeah.
And hey, hanging out with those guys is always a great
I just
time.
wish I could have had a conversation with the Yappa guys.
They're hard.
They're hard to understand.
Language barrier, right? Yeah. Thank you, Dan, for the super chat.
And I'm gonna tell you, the food
Much
was
appreciated,
really
my
good
friend.
at the show.
Yeah. Yep. What was it? Mission Barbecue?
Yeah, I think so. And he got to show us his yard.
Yep.
He
Got to watch a Yappa processor run.
Yeah.
The Easton made Axis. The new Axis was down there. Yeah.
Then Andrew showed up later. We had a
Yep.
good conversation with him. If you've never talked to Andrew, he is a down-to-earth guy. And one thing about him, I don't know if he sleeps at past 3 o'clock at night, but he's always thinking.
You don't miss much.
No,
He's
doesn't.
2 steps
He
ahead
pays
of.
attention.
He's 2
He
steps
pays
ahead of
attention
everybody.
Because I've talked to Andrew. He pays attention to his product compared to other people's product.
Well, he wants to stay ahead.
He stays ahead.
Yep.
He's hands-on.
Jack, watch more Chickacanic. She will school you on Premix fuels.
Jack should have been here by now.
I
He
don't.
ain't coming.
I don't think he's coming. Chickanic, I do watch, Jack. I think everybody here probably does because she has got a whole bunch of subscribers. Good channel, very educational.
What else we got?
Still 118 people in
Yeah,
here.
we got to read something.
Oh gosh, he wants me to roll through this here. All right, let me go through and make sure there's no questions. Let me get caught up on the chat first.
We got like 5.
If I don't see if I don't see a queue, I'm not stopping here. So if you got a question that I'm scrolling past, type it in again and put a Q in front of it so I can stop and read it. And if I miss it, put it in again. So here's Nick. He's got Q's in front of it. What did you decide to do with your green wood order? So here's what I've decided to do, Nick. The 10 cord order that I have every year is not going to stop. I mean, I'm going to supply that guy because I know he's staying a year ahead. He's got 10 cords sitting in his yard right now that I delivered last year. I'm not worried about him burning that this year. I delivered 10 cords to him this year, and I will deliver 10 cords. I know he's staying a year ahead. No worries. The 3-cord order that I got, he says he's burning next year. He had some wood there. The 2-cord order I got is the one I'm concerned with, is because he doesn't have any firewood. He wanted me to bring him 2-cord this year to burn, and I told him I was sold out. Then he messaged me back and said, just cut it, split it, and bring it now. That's the one I have some heartburn with that I explained in that video. I'm not going to do that anymore.
Take care of your cup. Don't take on any more Greenwood cups.
No more Greenwood customers. That's my decision. In a nutshell, to break it down, I'm done with Greenwood, except for the 10-cord customer I have.
Ash wood and firewood bundles is green.
Ash is cash.
Ash is cash. Say that 10 times real fast.
Everybody says it all the time. Nick, thank you for the question. I'm glad you brought that
I
up.
would like to tell everybody I did find one live ash tree.
Around here.
Yes.
Did you take it down?
No, I'm trimming it,
Topping it?
topping it. Ash borer attacks 3 inches to 6-inch diameter first.
Getting some schooling here.
Okay.
Get in the camera.
If you top your ash trees and they're alive, the odds are top it to 5 to 6 inches down where your wood's bigger. The ash borer is a little less likely to attack it.
So the ash borer attacks the
I
smaller
topped this
diameter
tree
wood first.
10 years ago, and it's still alive. And I went and we're doing it Monday, and this tree is still alive because the ash borer, it missed that time frame, and ash borer has not attacked it, and we are topping it again.
Do you think the ash borer is still here or has it moved on?
Ash borer is going to stay around, I think. I don't know how they're ever going to control it. Now, let me ask you a question.
But it's killed most of the ash off around here.
It has, but not most of the ash has been topped.
So is it moving away from here because there's not as much available, or is
Right.
it still here?
I think eventually some of the ash will die. Ash borer will die.
So you're saying 6 inches and less is what it attacks
Yes.
first. The big ash wood, it
Yeah.
won't attack. So if you
Correct.
top a tree, get rid of the small wood,
Yes.
top it down to the bigger
Yes.
wood, it's less likely to be affected.
Yes.
There you
Yep.
go. From a professional.
That's the second one in the last 7 years that I top, because I don't top very many ash trees. I do what the customer wants, but I give them my advice. But the ash trees that have been topped are still alive here.
That's pretty impressive. That's pretty good advice, actually.
I got blown away last week because I remembered the other ash tree
Look who showed up.
I knew we
Look who is here, Jack from Log Cabin Firewood.
Cash, guys. I'm only here for moonshine.
Well, here you go, buddy.
I
Pie.
only topped 2 ash trees, and they're both still alive. I will tell you that.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Log Cabin Firewood showed up. If you want some clear stuff, it's in the fridge as well, buddy.
I'd rather sip this.
We're pretty
We like a little
hammered.
flavor.
If you didn't notice, Jack, we're pretty hammered.
Well, Taryn told me no,
Mm.
not to come because you're really behind on the check.
Am I?
Really?
Look at the arrow's way down low.
Because you skipped. Like when I left my house, you were probably 45 minutes away.
Come on.
45
We
minutes.
got more stuff that we got this.
We're an
paper.
hour and a half in.
Let's talk about the 5. Let's talk about a another holiday raffle.
All right. This was at the bottom of my list, but Chaz really wants to talk about this. So the next raffle we're going to do, the 500i is already sitting here. The brand new 500i is already,
Been here for 2 months.
yeah, we've already had it. And the next raffle is going to benefit Hope, right? The next raffle will benefit Hope. Let me cross over what we've already talked about.
But we're going to do something different.
We are?
Yes.
Okay.
I ordered a 400. Some of you guys are wanting a 400. I want to know, do you want to, it's going to be one raffle, but 2 chances, or is it going to be one raffle for both saws? I need to know which you want to go for.
So do we want to have one winner for 2 saws, or do we want to have 2 winners?
Correct.
All right. So you got to let us know in the chat.
And the first one that wins gets the pick of the 2 saws.
I like that.
500 or 400.
Which route do you guys want to go? But you got to understand something. The more money invested into 2 saws, the less the raffle chances, the more expensive. Or do you want to do more chances on a raffle?
And less
Me,
expensive.
Where I sit, I would spend $100 on a chance to pick my own saw.
So you're spending
Or-
$100 on a chance, but you're going to have 2 chances to win.
Yeah. Or do you want to do for both saws? But my opinion,
I don't think
is,
one winner should win 2 saws.
No. But my opinion is the first winner should be able to pick his saw.
All right. Jack said at 9:04, which is a half hour or 20 minutes ago, that cherries and berries means the red and blue lights on the cop cars.
Yes.
We don't pay. Listen,
I'm surprised you didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Being called, sir.
listen. We ain't worried about them right now because we got rides home. We got
We
got couches to sleep on if
Yep,
we have to.
That's right.
So we're responsible. So we're going to cheers to being responsible.
Look how far behind we are. Dick from Old Guy Firewood just said, Chaz, you're the only guy that ever called me skinny. How long ago was that?
Hey,
We are
Dick,
so far
Dick,
behind.
everybody's skinny.
I feel like I am
Keep on going.
no, I feel like I'm what's his name? What's his name? Jack, help me out.
Describe.
The Canadian guy with the processor that's friends with Andrew, that does the live streams with Andrew.
Yeah.
Skinner Kev, yes.
His live streams are nuts.
I feel like I'm Kev because I'm so far behind on the chat. People are saying hello to Taylor, and she was here 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. Brad, send me a link.
That's for the Oregon.
Oh,
WD-30 already took care of it. Thank you, Will. He
Thank-
sent it right to me.
All right.
I couldn't find it.
gosh, we are so far behind. York Firewood is here. Ken and Danny, good timing. We're talking about the Hope event and the raffle that's going to benefit Hope. Speaking of Hope, everybody's coming in now. This is a long live stream, my friend. Yeah. So speaking of the Hope event, I'm hearing some rumors that we may have some, I don't know if I'm even allowed to say this, so I won't, but there's going to be some surprises at Hope this year. Some people are getting on board for this event, rightfully so, because it's for such a good cause, that are going to take the event to the next level. Wouldn't you say, Jack?
I think there's going to be a lot more support this go round.
Yep. So I'm not going to give anything away, but people are recognizing what this event is about and what it supports and what it's for, and they want to get involved. So stay tuned for the Hope event. try to make plans. What's the date, Jack? Do you know it off the top of your?
September 12th this year, I believe. It's still the first Friday in September. It's a day before. This year was September 13th, so I think it's the 12th this upcoming year.
Do you need a drink?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, the Hope event is, I had mentioned a couple month or two ago that the Hope event maybe should be the focus outside of the fellowship, because the fellowship is more of like the fellowship started so that people could get exposure to Easton made products. And I'm going to continue to do that. But the calls for the fellowship.
Yeah, but the raffles, half of our profit is going to the Hope. event.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
Well, we're going to pay for the saws,
yeah,
and
the
then we're
saws
going to
are paid
support
for.
Hope.
But half of the raffle is going to the Hope event. So if the price is just a little more because we got an extra saw and we're donating to the Hope event, it's all going to a good cause. Remember that. It's about hope,
Yes.
okay? So let me know what you guys think. I mean, we'll do it for a holiday. The last Thursday, we're going to put it up. We'll put it up. We need you guys' input. We put it up before Christmas, and it's going to be raffled off the last Thursday of December.
No,
No?
we can't set a date like that. I need more time for
But
that.
that's the goal.
So Hope is not until September.
Right.
September 12th. Ken's Cup just verified that with me.
But
Thank
we
you,
could
Ken.
donate the
Is
money.
Ken in here?
He probably is, but you're 2 hours away. And you're
Ken, if you're here, thank you for that.
All right.
So cancel that date that Chaz just mentioned. He's too much bourbon. But the next raffle is going to be for Hope, and we are going to definitely figure it out. So whatever you guys decide you want to do. I am scrolling for cues. Friggin' Jeep John, go to Pure Gas to find corn gas in your state. Pure Gas. That's the website. God, we are so far behind. Puregas.org. Donald Slate said this live will last till 1 a.m. We're just scrolling for cues now. I apologize ahead of time. I am skipping all of your comments to get to the cues. Willie's Firewood. I run all wood and I'm a dealer. Chaz, you need to try one at an event. Once you do, you may have a different opinion.
All wood. What's all wood?
It's another splitter company. My muscle wood will be a monster.
Man, I don't know. You'd have to give me a wood splitter to try it. I'm not buying, but then I'll let you know.
Chaz, I'll tell you what, Allwood is a good machine. Heath and Rachel also have an Allwood. And
Allwood's a good heavy duty belt machine, but I think you have to look outside of the machine itself, and you
Andrew
have
was
to look
involved.
at the
Yeah, I
at the
think
customer service, at the
if
family
something
that you're
breaks-
involved
if that
with,
wood
at
splitter
the
is 3 years old, something goes wrong, Andrew will
I
tell
agree.
you.
I bought a machine used. and it
He
still
stands.
stands behind
Customer
us.
service is outrageous. The
Yep.
steel
I'm
that
just
he
saying, there's a
uses
lot of
is
good stuff out there.
outrageous.
There's a lot of good
James Banton says he runs a 37D, and there's nothing on the market that compares to it.
What's a 37D?
That's the Mac Daddy of all the Easton made wood splitters. Right back there, 37D.
Hey,
stuff. Man, he pulled
let's
it back here. I
cheers.
thought there was one.
Cheers.
in the
Cheers to Dan. Cheers to Dan with the 37D.
Not Dan, James.
James.
All right, I'm scrolling for cues. I am probably missing a whole lot of stuff that you all are trying to get to me, but you have to put cues if you want me to acknowledge it. Answer to Chaz's questions. I have a county line 25-ton splitter. I can't afford an Easton made. My splitter works fine for me. Husky 572 XP rocks. The county line 25-ton splitter is a great splitter. It's a great box store splitter. I still have my 22-ton county line. It's what I started with, and it still runs great. I mean, it's a good splitter. But if you want to upgrade at any point for a reasonable cost, the Easton made Ultra is almost double the cycle time, built 2 or 3 times as heavy for a very affordable price. But the county line, for sure, is a great splitter. Those box store splitters do run good. They do.
They're on sale right now at Tractor Supply, I think, just for tomorrow too.
What are they priced at now?
I forget what it was. I think there was
Them
like, I think they
horizontal
were
stand-up splitters?
$700 cheaper
Yeah.
than they normally are.
How much?
$700
I
cheaper,
had-
I think it was.
I had 2 or 3 of them things.
The
There's
county
no
line.
way I would go back to that.
Glowing Firewood has a question. What do you think is easier, selling green firewood or dry firewood? or
Obviously
both?
green because you don't have to store it.
Yeah. Green firewood, you can cut it, split it, send it up the conveyor into the trailer and haul it out. Green firewood for sure is easier. But like I said in the video a couple weeks ago,
Make sure you tell them it's green or they are going to have social media on your ass.
no, what I was going to say is that
Am I wrong, Jack?
what I was going to say is that most people that are buying firewood are buying it so that they can burn it now. They're not buying it thinking they're going to hold on to it for 8, 10, 12 months. They're buying it to burn it right now. So
To tell them it's green. Right
it might be easier, but it's not what people are looking for. Larry's heading out. Larry Cluck Outdoors, thank you for stopping in. Happy Thanksgiving to your family as well, buddy. And thanks for stopping in. Have a great night. Gosh, we're just now getting to the ash conversation. I'm
Ash is cash is when I was turning onto your road off 7 over here.
I'm looking for cues. York, let us know when you see this post. Well, we just saw it. And the time was 9:26, so we're only 10 minutes behind. Everybody wants separate raffles with 2 winners, Chaz. 2 winners, 2 winners, 2 winners. 2 winners.
Separate raffles, but what we're not doing a raffle to both saws sell.
Yes. Yeah.
Do it like they did at Bunyan. It's one drawing, but if you win-
So should
if
we
you
also
win-
buy a farm tech saw?
No.
No. I'm
2
just saying the
winners,
way
2
they-
winners.
If you
Oh, look who's on here. Shanna Kramer is on here. Why is her name still Kramer?
Yeah, I mean,
She
she
needs
never
to-
married somebody.
She needs to change her YouTube account and put her married name on there as Shanna Blanford and show some respect
I
to
don't
her
know
husband.
Shanna Kramer.
Yeah, Shanna Kramer doesn't exist anymore.
Shanna, thank you for the offer. I have a
Who is
beer for
Shanna
you.
Kramer?
If Jack needs a drink, he can certainly get one. Everybody's saying 2 winners.
Okay.
Nobody is saying 1 winner. So definitely a 2 winner raffle. I'm scrolling for cues
Chaz is speaking what?
where Chaz is speaking as if the raffle won't sell out in like 2 hours.
Yeah, but the price has yet to be determined. You gotta
Yes,
understand.
if we're selling 2 saws, we have to determine how many
We gotta
tickets we're
up
going to
the
sell.
price of that, and we are wanting to raise money for the Hope Foundation. This is going to be a big thing. The Hope Foundation is the cause of this.
And
Okay?
if we're raffling 2 saws, we either got to sell more tickets at less of a price or less tickets at
You're
a
looking
higher
at
price.
almost $3,000 for 2 saws, which then you have to upcharge
Double it, basically.
for the Hope Foundation.
Yeah, we want to try to double it
So
so that we can pay for the saws plus give a donation to the Hope event.
I hope every one of you guys donate, and I hope every one of you guys win. There's no favoritism.
So the question is,
Support the Hope Foundation.
the question is, how many tickets are we going to sell, basically? Because the more tickets we sell,
Why?
hold on, the more tickets we sell, the less the price is going to be. But the less tickets we sell, the better chance the buyers of the tickets have to win.
Well, then that's a question for everybody. If you bought one chance, how many followers?
How much money are you willing to spend for a chance to win 2 saws?
$100, $50,
$20. Ken's Cuts. Chaz needs to come to the Hope event.
Yes.
Do I?
Why wouldn't you?
not?
Because I've never been offered.
You,
You don't need
that's
an invitation.
bullshit.
Huh?
That's bullshit.
I'll bring that 395 XP up there and show you boys the 500.
Tom's Firewood wants you to say the alphabet backwards.
Look, I don't think I could do that, Tom.
I don't think I could do that. That is not a standardized field sobriety test, just so you know.
Look,
Never was.
I'm still.
You're still soaring like an eagle. I love
Shanna
it.
said it's a good thing she's driving home.
That's why we're drinking, Shanna. Shanna banana.
And Shanna, look at this. Where's
Can you send the
What are
wife
you
out?
drinking?
Hey,
old
wife,
fashions?
can you come out and refill us, please?
Yeah, we do need refills there, Shanna. This is getting a little out of control.
Can
We
you
got a
give
couple
me that?
things. We got a couple things we got to get to. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about. Jack,
What?
I know that you are not a political guy. Come in here and sit down because I need you for this conversation.
Okay.
I know that you are not necessarily a political guy, right?
Yep.
You don't get deep involved into politics.
I don't.
And I try to keep politics off of this channel,
Agreed.
but I am a political guy.
Yes, sir.
The other few days ago, I put out a shorts video of a load of firewood that I had to deliver the following day. A beautiful day to deliver to preload firewood.
And there was something flying, right?
And at the end of the shorts video, I scanned up to the sky because it was a beautiful sunset out to the west.
Yep.
And I had a flag flying, a
Mhm.
political flag flying for my personal political beliefs. And I got a comment on the video, which I kind of thought I might get a comment, but I didn't expect it to go the way it did. I got a comment from somebody who told me that he could no longer support the channel. He could no longer subscribe to the channel. And he could no longer support something that financially benefited me based on my political beliefs. Now, I don't force my political beliefs on anybody. And whatever you believe, you believe.
Mhm.
And if you believe something different than I do, that doesn't change our relationship, not one bit.
I agree 100%.
Right?
Yep.
So I responded to this comment and I said, look, if you believe something different than me, I'm sure you have your reasons and I'm sure you have your beliefs. But I will not sacrifice a relationship. I will not sacrifice a friendship. I will not sacrifice anything
A lot-
based on your political views.
I agree with you, and not to get too deep on this, because this can be touchy for some people. I have a lot of friends that I went to school with that do not believe in the same things I believe in. There's a lot of people that don't believe in what you believe in or him, but that's what's great about the United States of America. Each of us can agree, or we can believe in whatever we want to believe in. At the same time, we can still sit here and be friends with each other. It doesn't have to be hateful.
That's exactly
Stop the hate.
That's exactly what I commented. I said, that's what's great about America. You can believe what you want to believe. I can believe what I want to believe. And we have the freedom
Exactly.
to express our beliefs.
But one thing I would like to say is, if you want to make more profit in the firewood,
Sell green wood. Sell green wood.
you need cheaper
Chaz, have your
fuel.
seat.
Drill, baby, drill.
True, baby, true.
But listen, the whole point of this conversation was that I lost a subscriber this week based on a shorts video that I put out because of a flag that was flying. I don't care what you believe. I don't care what your political views are. I don't care what anything is. I try to keep it off this channel. It does slip in occasionally. And if that bothers somebody, I apologize for that. But if you believe something different than I believe,
Help
that
me make
doesn't
sense.
that does not change my opinion of
But
you.
I would like them to maybe try to explain it to me.
Hey, you know
No,
what?
I don't need them.
It's
No,
your
I don't. I
right.
don't
It's
need
your
them.
right. It's
I don't
your
need
right
them to
do
explain it
and
to
do
me.
What you want to do.
They have their reasons to believe what they
have their
believe.
right.
Yes, they do.
Believe how they
But
want.
one thing about it,
But I still love you no matter what you choose.
One thing
100%.
about it-
100%.
All of us
Yes.
do.
when,
Yes.
when the third war hits,
Mm.
every one of you guys, including us, are going to have our backs against each other and fighting for our families. It's no longer political.
Yep.
Remember that. Under God and with liberty and justice for all.
York Firewood. Ken. You know Ken and Danny, Chaz. Remember Ken and Danny?
Danny, he's got the moves.
Danny's got the moves. You guys are making me laugh out loud with my earbuds in while sitting here amongst a group of other people who are looking at me funny. Ken and Danny, I hope you are having a great
Does Danny
Thanksgiving.
hunt? Bring him on over for Saturday deer hunt.
Old Guy Firewood says $100 per raffle ticket. First winner gets a choice of a saw. Second winner gets what's left.
$200 a ticket.
200 tickets, $30 would do
I
it.
think that's a little bit much.
That's $6,000. That's $6,000.
Yeah, but less chances.
Oh, you mean 200 tickets is too many chances?
I think that you might have to add a little something else.
There's going to be people that are going to buy, $100 worth of tickets for a chance to win 2 saws.
So they get more tickets,
I
but
mean,
then you
I
got
don't know.
more
I mean,
chances.
you guys raffled off the last 500. I think Brad said I was the first one to say, "Hey, I won it," but I didn't win it.
Yeah. Those tickets sold quick. Shibe says he's never owned a box door splitter, but he's used them. His first splitter was the Rugged Made 737 because he wanted the log lift with it.
What would you guys think about us throwing some T-shirts in there? Like if you didn't wear the saw, maybe we put a Blanford's T-shirt or a Firewood at the Furnace or
Log cabin firewood.
You could do some
some
runner-ups.
little.
Yeah, we could
runner-up
maybe
things.
do like 10 prizes.
Maybe we've been talking about borrow and two-stroke on
We could throw some like consolidation prizes in there.
How fancy do you guys want to get? I mean,
Oh,
we could buy
Colleen is
more
saying
saws.
congratulations to Mrs. Blanford. They're freshly
Yeah.
newlywed.
Exactly right.
They are.
Congratulations to her.
Do we have drinks coming?
Probably not.
The newlywed is making them. I don't know.
They've
how
already
they're gonna
switched to
take it.
moonshine.
If you're watching Shanna and Val, if
They
you're
are.
not
They got it on.
if you're not
They
if
offered me one.
if you're not bringing us the old fashions, we're drinking moonshine.
They're
So
bringing you one. Apple pie for Thanksgiving is suitable.
split, baby, split.
I need a little.
I think
sip.
that's a pun on drill, baby, drill.
QQ Chaz.
Ken says Chaz would get to demo all the Hope splitters. You got to come to Hope this year.
There's going to be a lot of.
What date is it going to be?
It's Friday, September 12th, 2025.
I will be there.
You got a
As
free
long
ride.
as-
He's going to drive you there.
Yeah.
What I got to pay you $1 now?
No, we're towing the 1222.
No,
You're riding with me.
Okay. I will do my best to be there to Hope.
Mark Wakeland, 100%. It's okay to agree to disagree. Oh, come on in. Everybody come in here. Mrs. Blanford. Mrs. Blanford is here. Come on, Shanna. Nobody knows who you are.
This is my
Nobody
son,
knows.
Landon.
This is his son,
This is the
Landon.
future tree cutter of America.
Say
Right
hi,
here.
Landon.
Hi.
Shanna. Shanna, get in here.
Love you. Come
All
here,
right.
Thank
Libby.
you for the.
Bring Libby over here.
The lady.
Come here, hon. Come around here.
She had to open another bottle of bourbon.
Hannah,
Get on in.
Come on in. Libby.
I'm the sober one.
Libby, you're going to be a movie star. This is Chaz's youngest. This is Olivia. They call her Libby.
I had her at a little later age. She's going to help Daddy in his old timer life.
Say hi. Say hi.
Say hi.
Can you say hi? No? All right. Hardworking man is back. Heath lost the game. He lost his board game with his boys, but he laughed a lot.
Play spoons.
That's what we were playing with spoons. If you don't know what spoons is, send me an email and I will give you a fun game to play with your family.
She's a daddy's girl.
All right, I'm scrolling for cues again. Logger Jason is sending us a few T-shirts for the Hope Raffle.
There we go.
There you go. Check this out.
Listen, this is what we'll do. This is a good idea. I'll buy the sauce. You guys send all the extra gifts. We will do as many spins as gifts that you guys donate as one each.
Right. So
After the first two, from there on, you will get a spin until all the raffles are gone.
I think what he's saying is that if we're going to give away 2 saws, and if we have 20 T-shirts from other YouTube channels, we will give away those 20 T-shirts. So, Logger Jason, send me an email. I will give you the address, and you can send as many T-shirts as you would like. We will promote your channels. We
What
will
would
promote.
be really cool is if, say, we had 60 chances. Say you did 60 chances at $100, and we got 60 items. everybody that donated
Would win.
had a chance to win. And
Something.
this is for the Hope Foundation. I think it's a great idea. Send a chainsaw chain for a 500i 25-inch. I don't know. Send
Send a gal to borrow.
send a gallon of borrow. Send whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. You want to do a $10 gift certificate to
Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse. That's franchise.
I'm just hungry.
It could be anything. It could be anything. We're going to do it. It's all for hope. Daniel Atkins says he's never had real moonshine, Jack.
Really?
How about
You
the
need to
guy
come to
that makes
East
the
Coast, brother.
axes? We could do a raffle for him.
Daniel, if you come to Paul Bunyan, my man Bill Irwin will bring you some classic, like straight up 100% mountain moonshine.
Good stuff. I tried it the first year there. This year I was smart enough to say no thank you because I was trash.
The first year, Jack was a little bit starstruck. Is that acceptable to say?
I still got wasted this year, but the first year, man, like it was horrible. Horrible.
All right, Ken's Cuts with a super chat. Everybody give a cheers, Jack. Cheers.
That old fashioned's horrible.
Yeah, it's a little
This
strong.
one's very strong. I think the ladies are trying to put us to bed.
Thank you, Ken, for the super chat.
Oh my God.
No comment there, but they're definitely hurting us, trying to hurt us. Shive has some shirts to send. All right, I think you started something there, Chess.
What?
People are sending shirts.
I think it's a great idea, but I really think that make everybody. How many followers that are regular do you think that are on here? You said you had 80 something.
Well, there's 106 on here, 109 on here right now. But speaking of that, I
Do we
might
have to do 60 or do you want to do
no.
80?
Listen, I might as well get to that right now because I got that on my list. We're coming up on 15,000 subs, and I'm hoping to get there by New Year's. And if we get to 15,000 subscribers by New Year's, we're going to give away 15 items.
With my girl.
We're going to give away 15 items for 15,000 subs. So we are reaching some people. They might not be on this live stream right now, but we're reaching some people. So I will mention that in a regular Wednesday video.
And I'm not afraid to do another item.
Oh, goodness.
It all depends on how much you guys want to spend and how many tickets you want to go. I'm not afraid to do a 395 XP. I'm not afraid to do a climbing saw. I'm not afraid to do a pole saw for still. I'm not, what else would you guys like to see?
Well, we did a poll on YouTube. The 500i won.
Obviously, yeah.
The Husky was second.
Okay.
The 400 was third.
So, would you guys, how many tickets if I bought a Husky and 2 stills?
A 400, a 500. Well, we already got the
Now,
500.
listen, you're looking at
How many did you sell for the 500?
about $4,000 roughly in merchandise out of my pocket, roughly. So, and then plus we're going to do all the other routes. This is going to be huge. Remember,
This is going to be a good rap.
this is for the Hope Foundation. We promised, we committed, we're going to do it.
Willie's Firewood says
If the tickets don't sell out, we are going to donate the saw.
we're going to sell the tickets
We're
out.
going to sell the tickets.
So Willie's Firewood says that he's down for a bunch of shirts as well, and he'll throw in 30 bags of firewood starters.
Okay.
So there you go.
Russell's a good dude, man.
Yeah.
We're
So
trying to raise money here for the Hope Foundation.
once we make our money back for the saws, everything else on top, whatever you guys want to donate for this raffle. And I'm not trying to steal the thunder from Ken or Danny or the people from Hope, but we are on board 100% to help out this event because
If
we
we
believe
raise-
so wholeheartedly in it.
I think we shouldn't put a stop on the tickets.
All
I
right.
think we already know they're going to sell. I think we let it grow. The more money you let it grow, the more money the Hope Foundation is going to make.
Absolutely.
Jazz. They're not making the 395s anymore. You only get the 592.
The 592, I'll
There you
get
go.
you a
Who's that?
592.
Mr. Will Davidson.
I can still.
He's on. He's
listen,
on there.
Listen,
Will, say hi to
Will
everybody.
Davidson can say what he wants, but I can still get the
If you can
395.
still get one, but they're not in production anymore.
Okay.
What he was trying.
What would you rather have, a 395 or the 5? What?
592.
592.
It's the equivalent.
Yeah, I don't have
It's
no problem.
Imtronic. I'd rather have the Imtronic. I suck at carburetors.
Will says he's going to get in touch with DGP and see about getting bar oil donated.
What did our wives do here?
They abandoned you. They dropped her off and rolled.
They gave us alcohol and a kid. All right.
Did you just tell Will you loved him?
I do love Will. WD-30 is a good.
Was that a friendship love?
Brad, I fucking love you, man. I'm sorry. I just
Get in the camera.
I just dropped the F-bomb. Sorry, guys.
Well, it happens. We're late. We're 2 hours in.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's a brotherly love.
Hey, I promised Chaz's wife that this was only going to last an hour tonight. They'd be able to go home.
Shanna, I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't have came over. Taryn said, "Don't come over," and I was like, because we were laying in bed. Like,
Does Taryn watch this?
Taryn's probably still watching, but I don't think she's on
Oh,
here like that.
Shannon just said, let me know when you want me to take her back. They're watching inside.
Oh, okay.
Well, she's being delivered at this time, Shanna. Oh, chat. Ken said Chaz married up.
I've never seen her in person, and she's a very beautiful woman. Chaz did marry up.
Well, there you
Good
go.
job, Mr. Chaz.
There you go. Neighborly Homestead's heading out. Have a great night. Happy Thanksgiving to you. This turned into quite the event tonight. Certainly on a Thanksgiving night, I wasn't even sure I was going to do it. And now we're 2 hours in. So I don't know.
It's good though.
Don't you agree that sometimes when you post a YouTube video, you think this one's really good and it doesn't do well?
All of my videos don't do well. So
Well, and then you,
every now and then some of them do.
but then
good.
you post one and think, that's okay. And it like takes
I
off.
got an idea where I'm going.
Oh, Chaz had an idea. Here we go.
All right, so we're doing the Hope Foundation. Depending on how this goes, if somebody else in the chat has a foundation that they support and they want to do a raffle for, bring it up to us. We can still do this in the future. It doesn't, no disrespect to Hope Foundation. It can be for another type of breast cancer, if you have a connection, or.
Well, let's do one
Yeah,
thing at a time.
But the Hope Foundation is where we're starting.
Hey, Shive is saying he'll throw 500 into the salt purchase, or he'll throw 500 into the salt purchase. He's going to give 500 towards the salt.
Listen, Shy, send us some shirts, buddy. Buy your raffle tickets and send us some shirts.
And Bill wants to know what's our limit on merchandise taking in.
What do you mean?
No limit.
So I guess you guys really need to see what people are willing to put up first. I mean, we have a whole year basically. We've got 10 months to figure this out.
We can
We
sell,
do got to have a cutoff date though,
But you could
so
do
we
it.
know what we
we're
got.
hoping to get this off around the holiday. I already started off. There's a $500 sitting in my shop. It's been there for 2 months.
But you're not going to make people wait 10 months to get this solved.
Mhm.
Like,
No,
you're gonna have
it's
to-
all up to you. If by Christmas, if we say, all right, we raised this much for the Hope Foundation, the saws are paid for, we're going to send a raffle.
Put the raffle out for 6 months.
No.
No,
Let it go and see who will.
Listen, the Hope event is until September, which the
Yes.
Hope event is when we're going to present the money.
11
So-
months away.
We'll have to hold the money then.
But I'm saying we have time though.
We have time, but we want
We don't
do a
have to rush
holiday
it.
raffle.
But we don't know. We don't have to rush it. The longer we can
Okay.
stretch this out, the more
Yeah,
we
but
can build
The
for
more
the
it
Hope Fund.
calls, it
Yeah,
cools
more-
off, the less people are going to continue. It's going to get old.
It's still going to be there.
It's going to be there. You're
It,
right.
it might sell out in a month.
But I think
I
people
think it will.
like a saw now because it's wintertime.
Well,
and
when
they
it
wanna
sells
get
out, we'll do it, and then we'll hold the money till the event.
So what do you want to do? We're live. I can't say this. What do you want to do? Or you want to raffle something now before Christmas? that
I
goes
got
to
it.
Hope?
Saw that it was
And then
supposed to
raffle
be.
something else towards September that goes to them as well? Multiple raffles?
I have a saw in the shop. I was told the last live that the next raffle is the
Christmas
profit
time.
is going to go towards the Hope event.
Okay. You could.
But we've got,
you got to decide.
I
That.
mean,
but we've
what-
got people that are willing to send stuff to add to this.
Yes. this
So
is
let's
for the-
build it as big as it can be.
Exactly.
It's all going to go to Hope. So I mean, that'd be cool.
So
I think we do $50 or $100 a chance. We don't put a limit on it. You send as much stuff as you want, and we just
but we have to
sell
get,
tickets.
we have to give a time limit on when, like, we need to know what stuff we
I
have.
think 30 days with as fast as everything sells, it's going to get huge. You can't let it cool off. We want to do other raffles for
Well,
other causes.
Well, you can do that. You can do something before the actual Hope event,
Right,
and still all the proceeds still benefit them.
right.
All right, we'll get this worked out.
Yeah, this is a logistic thing.
This is a logistical thing that we're going to work out. But if you're willing to donate something to this event,
Give
To-
me your address, tell them to start sending it.
listen, send me an email, right? Send me an email to firewood@thefurnace@gmail.com. I'm going to throw it up on your screen here right now so you have the address. Let me find it so I can put it up. Here you go. Firewood@thefurnace@gmail.com. Send me an email. Tell me what you're willing to donate to this cause. Maybe we can have 10 winners. Maybe we can have 50 winners. I don't know what it's going to turn out to be, but I will put this out in a Wednesday video and give you the details on what we've talked about tonight. And we'll see where it goes. But anyway, we're 2 hours and 6 minutes in. We got to move on. I am so far behind in the chat.
Keep scrolling for cues there, Mr. Brad.
Here we go. Back River Firewood. Good night, everyone. Always remember, no matter what happens, never give up. Happy Thanksgiving. Back River Firewood. Cheers to that, my friend.
Cheers.
Have a great night. When we drop below 100 people watching, we're going to shut it down. Ken's Cuts has a question. Shirts or any merchandise that are donated could be raffled the day of the event by Mr. Anderson. So we did that this past year at the Hope event. They did some raffles. But I think what Chaz is trying to convey here is that even if you don't win one of the two saws, you still have a chance to win several other prizes and still contribute to the cause. So we'll see what we end up with here. And maybe
I want everybody to win something.
and I'm sure we'll still have a raffle the day of the
This is
event.
what we'll do. I have a good plan. In the next 20 days, you send everything that you want us to raffle off. We're going to get a count on how many merchandise is by a certain date. At that date, we cut it off. That's how many chances we're going to give. Then we're going to break it up on how much money the tickets are going to be. When that many tickets are raffled off, that's when we put a stop to them, do the raffle.
Yeah, so I think we should do maybe 30 days.
30 days.
We'll give 30 days for people to,
So the January 1st.
because I got to put out a video on Wednesday because there's
Say January 1st.
listen, there's 104 people in here right now. There's 14,000 some people that watch my channel.
Right.
Everybody's not seeing this right now.
Okay.
I got to put something out on a regular video that people are going to see.
Don't
then give
send us
them time.
anything with any like real heavy weight because we got to pay shipping. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so we'll figure it out. I will put it out on a Wednesday video. We're down under 100 people right now watching.
If you
People
want to donate a chainsaw,
are dropping off. So let me catch up to the chat. We're going to wrap this thing up. I've covered.
Andrew would send some.
Did you do your trivia?
Maybe
No, I haven't
Andrew
done the
will send
trivia
some Sweatshirts or something. Maybe we can ask him. Easton made merchandise.
All right, Eric Veneer. Good evening and happy Thanksgiving. Good to stop by and see some folks. Enjoy the coming holidays with family and friends. I certainly appreciate that. I will work all this out. Obviously, this has a role here tonight.
How do you even drink that much?
And
It's actually a good drink.
I'm gonna work it. I promise you, I will work it all out.
That's way different bourbon than what we're used to.
I will work it all out, and I will convey it to you all, and we'll figure it out. So let's wrap this night up. We're gonna get to the trivia question, And the trivia question tonight, the first correct answer wins. At the end of my green firewood video, I told you that I had injured myself. Tell me how I injured myself, and you will have your choice of a prize tonight. You can have a pocket knife. You can have a beer glass. You can have a whiskey glass. You can have a hat. You can have a shirt. Tell me how I injured myself at the end of that video. Willie's Firewood is sent a donation email. Thank you, sir. I will check that out. Joseph Gilbert, you stepped on a rake and hit yourself in the mouth.
He was the first.
Joe, you're the winner, buddy.
You're the winner.
You don't have to email me. Just send me a text and tell me what kind of prize you would like.
I logged on just so I could try and make sure he won.
Everybody got the correct answer. That means you all stayed on and watched to the end of the video, which is pretty impressive.
Woo. And I'm supposed to be at the boat ramp at 5.
To
You'll
go
be there.
to go
It's
duck
I'm
hunting.
going to be there.
It's only 10 o'clock.
It's a nice, easy
You still
morning.
got 7 hours.
5:30. I got time.
All right. We're way late. Thank you all so much for joining us. I certainly appreciate it. And
Let's make this raffle huge. Let's make it the Hope event. Let's make it where the raffle is bigger than the firewood purchase that they do.
you mean the saw purchase?
Yeah, the saw purchase. Let's donate to that, and let's.
It's going to be big.
It'll be
People know
epic.
what a great event it is.
Yes.
We've all shown it on YouTube over the past
How
couple of
many-
years.
how
What it
many-
is.
You guys do split 50. How many cords?
It was
I forget what they said. I think it was like 50 some quarters.
Yeah, and it's gonna be bigger next year.
It's unbelievable.
Yep, it is. All right.
And this is for Dan and who else?
No, this is for Kenny and Danny.
Kenny and Danny. So, Kenny and Danny.
Ken and Danny from York
we are
Firewood.
York Firewood.
He
We are
organizes
going
it.
to,
Jack helps out with it.
Try to do the best that we can.
Yep. Thank you to everyone who joined us tonight on this Thanksgiving night. Thanks to Jack for stopping by. Thanks for Chaz for being here. Thank you to all the commenters. Thank you to all the super chatters. I greatly appreciate it. We will see you back here on the last Thursday of December for another Thirsty Thursday live stream. And until then, have a great night, everybody.